What is good, my peeps? It's your Knucker Big Rocker back at you again. What we got going on today, this is the last day of the year. 2022 is about to be out, this piece. And so with that, what you see before you, a whole bunch of Star Wars The Black Series figures. These are figures that have been coming through in the last month or so, along with a whole bunch of other product from Hasbro, meaning Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe Classified series. And you combine that with me taking some time off. There wasn't enough days left to get all of these in for review purposes. I wasn't even really sure if I was going to actually review all of them, but one thing's for certain, I do and did plan on opening them. So that's what I'm going to do today. We're not going to do full-fledged reviews. This is more of an unboxing and unleashing, if you will. We'll go through them and see what they look like outside of their packaging and whatnot. We've got offerings we've got Amazon exclusives, we've got Target exclusives for both the ObiWan Kenobi show as well as the Andor show, and we're going to check them all out individually. Like I said, this isn't a full-fledged review. This is more of an unboxing. We're going to look at the figure, check it out briefly, and then move on to the next, just for time conservation purposes. So without further ado, we will get this all kicked off. We'll go on and kick this off with the sole general release out of all of the figures I'm going to unbox today, that being from Star Wars ObiWan Kenobi Disney Plus show. We've got Ned B. This was a deluxe figure, and I actually got mine through Amazon, came in through that. So and this was I want to say the beginning of November. I had gotten this, maybe in the middle when I was away, but yep, it's been there. I've been sitting on him for a while because Marvel Legends were coming in fast and furious, and so were G.I. Joe Classified, and I got through all of the Marvel Legends, and of course the G.I. Joe Classified. I still didn't really get through all of them, but that's a story for another time. We're doing Star Wars, and we're going to play catch up that way. So what we're going to do is get Ned B out of his packaging, and we'll take a peek at him. Ned B's accessories comes in this form of wax paper. This is different from any other wax paper I've seen from the plastic-free packaging that we've gotten to date. So this is a change. I don't know if this is going to be exclusive to Black Series figures or if this is going to be some type of change, but yeah, the accessories, which appear to be, from what I can see, there are 3 of them in there. And there was indeed 3 accessories. You see him, he's got all 3 on his person. I'm saying that with the quotation marks. Came with a hand blaster, that hammer, and his backpack were all accessories. And you attach the backpack via a peg and a port in the back there. As far as his design is concerned, he's got standard Black Series articulation, what with the swiveling elbows. Of course, it looks better and makes more sense because he is an automaton, so it's not as bad having those type of accessories there. He's got his head does not move. It does not. He doesn't have the full range in terms of being able to look up and look down, but he does have his neck is also on a dumbbell, so you can get a little bit more articulation that way. His right hand is got a trigger finger, whereas his left is just full grasp. So that's why you see the blaster in his right and the hammer in his left, because those were the hands that those respective weapons slash tools were meant for. So yeah, he was looking pretty nice there. Next up is Ben Kenobi from the Star Wars ObiWan Kenobi show. This is a Target exclusive. This is Ben Kenobi as he appeared on Tiburon Station, if any of you recall the show. And you know what we got here is the typical box. Got the artwork on the side there. Same thing on the back. 06 in terms of the line, the Obi-Wan line. And yeah, you know, none new. In fact, it's old because this style of packaging is on its way out. And here we've got Ben Kenobi on the rotating base. You see him, he's got all of his accessories. You were able to see the accessories in his packaging. He came with a backpack, which the soft goods cape that he also comes with is draped over, a lightsaber, and of course his hand blaster. I guess Hasbro just figured they'd include the lightsaber simply because he did carry it with him on that station, but he was doing mostly running and using the hand blaster during that particular sequence. Anyway, Ben comes with standard classified series articulation, you know, single jointed elbows and knees that swivel. He does both of his wrists are vertical, so that makes sense considering, you know, his right hand has got the trigger finger hand, the left is supposedly for holding his lightsaber. We do know that he can fight using his left hand with that lightsaber. He definitely his finishing moves on Darth Vader in the final episode were with his left hand, so pretty good. Nice looking figure. Doing a quick comparison with Ben Kenobi, Tiburon Station, with the first offering from the Ben Kenobi line, the ObiWan Kenobi line. We've got Wandering Jedi there, and it's basically the same figure, only they changed the color of the tunic. He has the same hand blaster, and obviously they're going to stay consistent with the lightsaber and the color there. And of course, Wandering Jedi comes with a soft goods hoodie and a full length cloak. Sticking with our Target exclusives, here we have from the Disney Plus show Star Wars Andor, we've got the Shore Trooper, and basically looks like the Shore Trooper that we already know about and that we've seen before. You can see him in the packaging. He comes with a hand blaster, and you know, his paint scheme is a little bit different. There's the artwork there, Shore Trooper. He's number 3 in the Andor line, as you can see right there, and more of that same artwork. So that's what it goes down. We'll get him out the packaging and take a look at him. Here's our Shore Trooper from the show Andor out of the packaging, and like I said, he's a basic Shore Trooper configuration, only a different color. He's got that sandy brownish color for you know, his torso. His legs are a darker brown, as well as his boots, and he has a chevron on his right bicep there, and but other than that, he's basically the same. He's got some the additions that he has would be his belt. He's got a couple differences on his belt. He's got that painted long kind of pouch, and he's got a holster for his blaster there. So that's those are the differences. The previous iteration of the Shore Trooper, which is from the what show I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about the Mandalorian, as well as there was another Target exclusive, and the name escapes me. I think you guys know, where they basically just had a few figures. They were reissues and repainted, and they were all under the banner, which the name escapes me. I'll probably remember it, and I'll just have it down below in text. But we got it like that. But essentially, you know, Shore Trooper, same configuration there. So I went and pulled my Mandalorian Shore Trooper off the shelf, so you can see what I'm talking about. Basic same configuration in terms of the helmet. You just have different color apps basically, and different hand blasters too. The Mandalorian version has a larger blaster, whereas our Andor version has just got a basic hand blaster, can fit in his holster. And you see the chevron on our Andor version, our Sandy version there, and you get nothing on the Mandalorian version. The Mandalorian version is just they've got the paint apps to make it look like he's been rolling in the dirt there. But yeah, those are our comparisons right there. Our final Target exclusive figure is also from the Disney Plus show Andor, and it is an Imperial Officer from Ferrix. And you see what we got there in the packaging. It's the officer with his weapon. Got some artwork there of Imperial Officer from Ferrix, and then on the back, more of that artwork to read up. And this is number 4 in the Andor line. So that's what we got going on. Let's get this guy out of packaging. And here we've got our Imperial Officer from Ferrix on our rotating platter. And notables for this figure is the arms, standard Black Series articulation, single jointed swiveling elbows, yet his legs, he's got double jointed knees. They are pinned, so there is that, but at least they're double jointed. Other thing too is his helmet is removable, and the goggles atop the helmet, they're removable as well. And so you could display this guy without his helmet on. Here's what our guy looks like with that helmet off. Like I said, you can display him with the helmet off, so that gives you a couple of options there. And so moving on to the Walmart exclusives, yet at the same time sticking with the Andor series and the Imperial Officer motif. What we have here is the Walmart exclusive Imperial Officer Dark Times in parenthesis. So you see it's the same banner, and you can see the officer in the packaging, as well as his weapon. Turn to the side here, you've got the artwork looking very nice. I like that. Turn to the back, you see that this Imperial Officer is number 2 on the line. You got that same artwork, and of course the readout. And then once again, back to the front there. So let's get this guy out of packaging. And now taking a look at this version of an Imperial Officer, you see this guy's looking real clean. You could tell he's higher ranking for sure. What I can tell you is as nice as his cape looks, it is soft plastic, which is still hard enough to make it problematic to move his arms. You can do so, you just have to kind of sort of move the cape out of the way. He's definitely looking pretty nice. He has the swiveling single jointed elbows, but he does have double jointed knees. Curious is that he has trigger fingers for both his arms, and yet both wrists are horizontal hinges. So That's pretty curious right there. He looks pretty good though. I can definitely say that. He looks a lot cleaner than the Ferrex version. And speaking of, may as well do a comparison between the two of these guys. Sort of self-contained, made it real convenient and easy. So you see the total differences there. Like I said, I'm about to say hard times. Guess it's the same thing. Dark times. Imperial Officer on our left. He said he looks like he's more higher ranking than the Ferrex Officer. The Imperial Officer on our right, the Ferrex version, is probably like a lieutenant or something like that. Whereas the officer on our left is probably like a commander or something similar to that. Anyway, they both look pretty nice. The Dark Times definitely looks nice. I understand why they had to play the role with the hard cape, because you'd never get that look with the soft goods. And our final Walmart exclusive comes by way of the ObiWan Kenobi series, from Disney Plus, and this is One Jack. This is the droid Merc that was dispatched by Reva in order to capture Obi-Wan at the time. So this is what he looks like. You see his twin blasters in the packaging along with him. We look at the artwork on the side. It's crazy because he is a droid, but look at those bulbous eyes. It's like he's based off of an insect. Then turning to the back, got more of that artwork. He's number 8 in the ObiWan Kenobi line. Got that read up, of course. Then one last look, and we'll get him out of package and see what's the what. And now we've got One Jack on our base. And 360 degrees. I tell you, it's pretty crazy. Looking at that head sculpt, I had already mentioned how the insect inspired motif that Star Wars came up with for this particular droid. And looking at the figure, it does not disappoint. You also have some nice. You see the conduit that separates the upper and lower torsos there, similar to like C-3PO, if you can recall that. This guy, he as far as his articulation is concerned, his arms, he's got articulation at the elbows, but you've got that, you see how they're connected with a line of some type of structural servos there. You can't really articulate too much because of those. The articulation is there, but you run the risk of damaging your figure if you articulate it too much. If I recall, he wasn't very mobile in the episode that he was in. He does have vertically hinged wrists. His right hand has a trigger finger on it, and you see he's got storage holsters for both of his blasters there. So yeah, pretty nice figure. Let's just so we can see what I'm talking about with that head sculpt, let's take a closer look at it. Now you can see what I'm talking about with that head sculpt. That's just crazy. Look at those eyes. Very that's just sick. That is just sick. It's like it's like a fly, or maybe, no, I would say more like an ant, right? But with all of those membranes there, they look like the multi-eyes of a fly to me, even though the head is kind of shaped like a, I guess it's shaped like a fly as well, but it's insect shaped. We can all agree on that. Which type of insect it is, that's up for debate, but it is definitely entomologically based, excuse me. But yeah, looking, that's just sick. As far as some other stuff I didn't mention, he's got his bandolier there. It's nice. It's separate, so you could take it off if you so chose You see, it's painted. I mean, it's molded in black and painted with red. So that's pretty cool. You see that goes all the way around. Another thing, another point to mention are his legs. He's got the single joint. Well, they're like rotated legs, so they're single jointed, but they're double jointed. He can hyperextend to the forward like that, as well as go back. So you do have that. And to compare one Jack with another Merc droid, we've got Q90, aka Zero, from the Mandalorian show. And you can see they both are sporting the bulbous bug eyes. Definitely insect inspired. And finally, bringing up the rear, we've got our sole Amazon exclusive out of the bunch, and that would be Boba Fett in his prototype armor, as they call it. You see, it's all in white. You can see his accessories in there. He's got a hand blaster, his iconic main blaster, and of course, he's got his jetpack in there. Turn to the side, you got artwork. We've seen this artwork before. They've just redid it all in white, basically. And then, of course, in the back, and it's still the same number. It's 4 in the Empire Strikes Back series. So all this is just a redo, and you don't really need it. You just get it because it's an exclusive, and it's all in white. So let's get Boba out of his packaging. And here we've got our guy Boba on our rotating base, and the prototype armor. So basically the all-white version of Boba Fett. The things that are different on this guy is his rangefinder is not articulated, so it's just up there, and his jetpack, the missile, is not, you can't remove it. So it is what it is. It's just it's affixed, and the jets themselves, they're not articulated. So they're unless of course I've got paint having mine stuck, but they did not move for me, so I wasn't about to risk it. If they are articulated, I'll find out later. I'll apply some heat to see if that loosens it up, so it'll be easy for me to turn them. I'm not about to force the issue, so it is what it is. But we've got our Boba. You see, he's got that soft goods cape on this guy, and it looks pretty good. I mean, if you're trying to just do the all white thing with your exclusives classified series, here's one. I know we've gotten a million Bobas, but I had to go ahead and go for this one. So and when you look at that cape, watch when we spin back around here. You see it. It almost looks like it's a tie. Anyhow, that's enough of that. Let's get him off of that base. And here we've got to magnify my point of boy, do we have a lot of Bobas for sure. I could tell you that the difference between our white Boba and the regular Boba, I should say. Obviously, the obvious difference is the soft good cape versus the hard cape on our regular Boba. But the weapons are different too. If you look at his blasters, there are different weapons as well. So at least they rock that. Funny thing is, this is the prototype armor, but Boba still has that dent in the helmet, so that's pretty funny. And of course, we've got the Boba in disguise version on our right, and we already know what that's all about. How he just his regular armor is just being coated with this black, whatever you want to call it. So that's Boba Fett. Here we have our other all-white classified series figure. We've got Darth Vader redeemed. This is from Infinity's line here, where they came up pretty like a deluxe type of box, and This is basically Darth Vader on the side of good, believe it or not. And so, to sum it all up, we've gotten through them all, 7 figures in all, of me being backlogged. Yes, indeed. Different exclusives and one general release. Basically a fan channel exclusive release, but still it's a general release. We're talking about Ned B. That's on our far right there of the ObiWan Kenobi Disney Plus show. And we may as well just take it from our right and just move down to the left. We've got the Imperial Officer from Ferrex from the show Andor. That's a Target exclusive. And then of course we've got the Shore Trooper, which is also a Target exclusive. Jumping all the way to the other side, we've got Ben ObiWan Kenobi, and this is the Tiburon Station version. This is also a Target exclusive. And then we've got the Imperial Officer Dark Times. That's a Walmart exclusive. And then we have One Jack, and that is also a Walmart exclusive. And in the center, who we just ended up with, is Boba Fett prototype armor, an Amazon exclusive. So just open them up, taking a look at them, let you guys see. So this is how we close out 2022 with Star Wars The Black Series figures. And our first figure to review for 2023 will be Magistrate Grief Karga, also from The Mandalorian. I had gotten that in via Amazon yesterday. So we'll kick that off probably in a couple days. Anyhow, that's it. Just wanted to do a little unboxing with you guys. Thank you all so much for those of you that have supported me throughout this year. Slow running, but we made it through. It's not the speed by which I wished we could have gotten. We're just over 400 subscribers. I guess I was hoping for a lot. I was hoping to at least have closed in on 1,000 by now, but we'll get there. I'm not ready to throw in a towel yet, and so I won't. So speaking of that, please like the video, share the video, and above all else, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. If you have any comments, leave them below. Questions, critiques, concerns, hit me with them. You know what you think about what we've looked at this past year, 2022, and let me know. Also, if you want to be notified for when I upload another video, there's a notification bell down there. Hit that, and you shall be notified. On behalf of the Ruckus channel and the Figs, in this case we're talking about Star Wars The Black Series, I am the Ruckus, and I leave you with this. Remember, the hunt continues, and I'm out. Happy New Year, y'all. Peace.